You talk about power. You talk about this man.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273 pounds, Bobby Lashley.
One of the most impressive athletes ever to step foot in a WWE ring. A successful mixed martial artist. Lashley is finally back where he belongs in WWE.
Well, to that point, Corey, this is a man in Bobby Lashley who spent 10 years away from WWE, but he had unfinished business. He felt like he had more he wanted to accomplish, and so far, Bobby Lashley is on his track to do just that.
The Beast.
And his opponent from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 295 pounds, Brock Lesnar.
The most decorated combat athlete in history. Brock Lesnar is hazardous to your health. You know, the night after WrestleMania back in 2015, Brock Lesnar F5'd me out of my shoes on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I remember that one.
You know what, Byron? It really made my career because you replaced me on play-by-play and the world realized how bad you were and how good I was on that night. So in a weird sort of way, I thank Brock Lesnar for that.
That is kind of weird. I've talked to a lot of superstars who have faced Brock Lesnar, and there is one common denominator between them all. They say once you are in the ring with Brock Lesnar, you are never the same.
Because you go to Suplex City.
The man who beat the streak is prepared to strike again and annihilate his opponent. Whether it's the F5 or the Kimura lock, the result will be the same. A crushing defeat at the hands of the Beast incarnate.
And man, I never get tired of watching these guys compete.
He's looking at it. Whoa, this is surprising, Byron.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he would let him out right there.
What a stomp. Good grief. German suplex.
Not much is known about Brock Lesnar's life away from the bright lights and sold-out arenas of WWE. We do know that Lesnar's an avid outdoorsman who lives off the land and enjoys seclusion somewhere in the Great White North. Lesnar is proud of the fact that he lives miles away from his closest neighbor. Elbow drop, big time! Big elbow.
If you're ever curious about Brock Lesnar's take on speaking with people, just watch his discussion with Steve Austin on the Stone Cold podcast and the WWE Network. Lesnar's not someone who exchanges pleasantries with strangers while running errands on a Sunday morning.
I think it's quite rude of people to try and find out personal information about someone who doesn't want to be bothered with the outside world. I won't contribute to this blatant invasion of Brock Lesnar's privacy. Just know the Beast doesn't like to be bothered by others.
Look at this. Well, it sounds like a question with no good answer to it, Corey, but I've got to ask, how do you beat somebody as dominant as Lashley?
You got to get help. Just go back and look at the few times Lashley's lost. Almost every single time it took outside interference to get the job done.
What a stomp! Good grief! Corey brings up a good point. Outside interference has been a common denominator in many of Lashley's losses, dating back to Finlay employing the help of Hornswoggle to defeat Lashley for the United States Championship.
And similarly, Mr. McMahon used help from multiple allies to steal Lashley's ECW title. Fortunately, the Dominator now has a manager who can run counter interference better than anyone in WWE.
Kick to the gut. Elbow drop.
Piercing. Now it's Lesnar taking some punishment. With these two guys, we all knew this was going to be an all-out battle.
If his opponent somehow wins this thing, we could likely go back to this moment as the turning point of the match.
Here he goes.
It's starting to look bleak for him now. I don't recall the last time he looked so fatigued.
I'm not used to seeing this. Yeah, he's in bad shape right now. But come on, it's nothing we have to do. Puck City! That's what he was looking for, Michael.
What impact!
Absorbing a little bit of punishment here. Nothing to be overly concerned about, though.
Unfortunately, Corey, I can tell you firsthand that Brock Lesnar is among the most unpredictable superstars on the roster today. You just never know when he's going to snap.
When you say firsthand, Cole, I assume you're referring to one of the greatest moments in Raw history, when Lesnar F5'd you in the middle of the ring.
And I lost my shoe.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Not for nothing, Corey, but you describing Lesnar's 2015 attack on Michael as one of the greatest Raw moments is a little disrespectful.
No, it's not, because you took over play-by-play, and at the end of that, I sounded like Gordon Soley.
Yeah, and if you think that's disrespectful, Saxton, just wait until you hear how I describe it when Lesnar finally comes over here and destroys you.
Don't wish that upon me.
Oh, boy.
Now for a powerbomb.
Not done yet.
Holding on. Not again. A third time? And a third time. This one's over, guys.
Guys, I'd say one of the most shocking moments in Brock Lesnar's career would have to be the night Paul Heyman betrayed him at Survivor Series 2002. He can't take much more.
Brace for impact. Here it comes. The Beast Incarnate F5.
Oh, my. He's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
Brock Lesnar gets the win in an impressive fashion.